Now, welcome to Ask MBA. Now, guys, if you are preparing for NMIMS competency test, there is a lot of confusion going on. You really do not know what kind of questions are going to be asked. NMIMS have recently given the information about what kind of questions you can expect and what are the numbers. So in today's live, after watching today's live, there is not going to be any doubt in your head that how to prepare for NMIMS competency test, what you can anticipate in the examination, and what are the reasons that you might not get a decent score. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me share the screen with you guys so that you understand what exactly mistakes are there, which I think as a student you might end up doing. So here we go. Great. Now guys, the first thing first, how to prepare for the NMIMS competency test. It's a question which we all are trying to figure out that what are the challenges, what type of questions are going to be there, and the pattern of the examination, whatnot. So this video is going to answer all those questions. So let's understand the test structure. सबसे पहले test structure की बात कर लेते हैं हम लोग यहाँ पे guys. So how it's going to be? It's going to be a very straightforward test, which I think is not going to bother many people. It is going to be of 45 minutes. 45 minutes test is going to be, and there are going to be 9 questions on verbal ability. Now, when we speak of verbal ability online, when I was trying to figure out what verbal ability, what kind of questions you guys are anticipating in verbal ability, people are giving information of statement and assumption, statement and conclusion, critical reasoning. Yes, they could be. But as per me, you need to focus on a little bit of comprehension. Comprehension means what? Reading comprehension, inference-based question, and sentence completion, where you might need to focus on grammar, little bit of grammar, and also vocabulary. So reading comprehension and inference-based question, where a summary-based question or inference-based question it could be asked. So there are going to be 9 questions, right? And it's a complete 45 minutes test. And you are going to get these many questions. As you can see, 20 questions are going to be there. So 20 questions in 45 minutes. Wait a sec, guys. Someone is trying to show off the bike somewhere down. The voice is here. Anyway, mental ability. It is going to feature logical reasoning sets and critical reasoning question. Now, guys, here in this question or in this section, you might get statement and conclusion, cause and effect, those kind of question. Verbal reasoning question you can anticipate and expect here. And similarly, in managerial ability test focuses on problem solving in management scenarios and decision making questions. The test is going to consist of 20 questions to be completed in 45 minutes with a marking pattern of +3 for every correct and -1 for every incorrect. It is just like CAT examination, guys. You guys are going to get +3 -1. And of course, in CAT examination, you got 40 minutes, and the number of questions are a little more. Here they have given you 45 minutes, and the number of questions are less. Moving on. Do not expect it to be just verbal reasoning. It is expected to be a more than just a verbal reasoning. Verb reasoning. It's actually verbal reasoning. My bad. I tried to do this thing in a rush. So, guys, as I said earlier, online I was observing that people are preparing and suggesting students to prepare for NMIMS competency test just the way critical reasoning or verbal reasoning is going to be. But as per me, that is not going to be the case. It is going to be way more than that. So that is the first mistake you should not be doing, or you are going to save yourself from that. If the examination is easy, good. But if the examination is not the way you anticipated or you thought, you're going to be in trouble. Verbal ability, practice reading comprehension and critical reasoning questions similar to those found in CAT exam. Yes, guys, जिस तरह के CAT examination में आपके questions आते हैं, the way you guys get examination questions in CAT examination, I think chances are quite bright that you are going to get similar kind of questions. I'm talking about the difficulty or the time or the expertise required to answer those questions. So reading comprehension question, critical reasoning question, you are going to get in verbal ability. In mental ability, focus on logical reasoning question. Here, critical reasoning questions are going to be asked, I guess. Here in this where 6 questions are asked. You're going to ask verbal reasoning questions, could be puzzles, critical reasoning questions. So here you might get that. Managerial ability question. Now, study decision making scenarios or questions, guys. That examination is easy in terms of knowing what type of questions are there. You just go online, type in the past that question paper. You're going to get the questions of decision making section. And those kind of questions you can anticipate in this test. I have given not just the type of question, but managerial ability type of questions. Ke kuch examples I have got it here. So this is the first example. A key client is unhappy with your company service and threatens to leave. How would you handle the situation? Now they are going to give you certain options, and based on the options, you have to select the best possible answer. So decision making and problem solving. So in managerial ability section, you guys are going to get these kind of question. You have two equally skilled employees, but only one promotion opportunity. How would you decide who gets promoted? Again, another question where, of course, options are given here, guys. Situations are given, not the options. So based on the options, you have to figure it out. Your team has encountered a conflict, that is the fourth one, over project responsibilities. How would you resolve it? Or a project you are leading. Guys, I have taken these questions from AI. So you guys can take a screenshot of it. You guys can take a screenshot of it, and you guys can think what you can do in these scenarios, or what you might be doing. And of course, for your help, options are going to be given. I'm just trying to give you an example what kind of questions you guys can anticipate in managerial ability section, where you guys are going to get 5 questions. Here it is mentioned: mental ability, critical reasoning, verbal ability, is going to be just like CAT examination. Ethical and crisis management. One more topic is there. You discover that a senior executive is involved in unethical practices. What actions would be taken? A major PR crisis has hit your company. How would you manage the situation and rebuild trust? You find out that a team member is taking credit for others' work. How would you address this issue? If a supplier offers you a personal incentive to secure a deal, how would you respond? A critical mistake has been made under your leadership. How do you handle accountability and resolution? So these kind of questions are going to be there, where your ability to handle the pressure, how smart a leader or a manager you are, these questions are there. These kind of questions are going to be there. I hope one question from these might come, and you can say, yes, I have got to know this from Ask MBA. It was mentioned there on that YouTube channel. So, guys, options are not given, but then you can imagine what you would be doing. From the options, it becomes quite easy for you to understand what is going to be the answer. Once again, I'll go back to that slide, guys. Make sure that for verbal ability, do not imagine it's going to be just like critical reasoning or verbal ability. Try to focus on reading comprehension, sentence completion, and summary based question, inference based question. For mental ability, of course, here you can expect critical reasoning kind of question, verbal ability kind of questions, and maybe a small puzzle. For managerial ability type of questions, I've given you few scenarios, of course, without options, and here decision making questions are going to be there. I hope after this live, the doubt about how to prepare and what you can expect is clarified. I will be going live. I will be taking questions where I can explain how it needs to be done. And you guys can share, like, and subscribe to our channel. So I hope that's it. In today's live, this is what I wanted to explain. And I hope, one second, I hope I am successful in making sure that to make you understand what you can expect in NMIMS competency test. You guys can always get in touch with us. I will share my contact details in the description box. And